So how do you feel like your experience here is different from your friends who have gone to traditional schools?
I feel like here, um, you know, we can learn whatever we want, and we can learn whatever we want, whatever time we want.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like at public school, we really don't have a choice at all what we want to do. Because, like, you might, if you're like, I don't know, like, if you're learning math and you don't want to learn this kind of math, you want to learn something easier because it's really hard for you, or like you want something harder, you don't have a choice. You have to do this exact same thing. And like, you have to do the same exact math as everybody else. You have to do the same exact, like, reading, writing, like art. You have to do like everything like everybody else is doing. And I feel like at this school, like, there'll be like a math class, and like there'll be like people that like want to learn, like, I don't know, subtraction or something, but other people want to learn something like way higher or way lower or something like that. And so like I feel like that's easier for people to like learn at their own pace and like learn how they want to do it.
No, I think that makes sense. I remember when you were in kindergarten, you came home with these adorable little owls that you had made in art class, and your dad and I were like, oh my gosh, look at these great owls, they're so cute. And they were super cute. But then we went to the open house and saw like 50 owls that looked exactly the same and realized that everybody in the class had all been required to do the same thing that day. I mean, even in an art class. So what has, I mean, this is kind of a big question, so however you want to answer it, but what has being at the school meant to you? Like, how would you sum up your experience here over the last few years? I know at times you've said that it's been both like challenging and wonderful. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I feel like, so when I first came, like my first day, I feel like I remember being like a little bit nervous, like what if these people are like really mean to me, or what if like I'm really mean to them, or like what's gonna happen. And so I remember like maybe like the first 20 to 30 minutes I was like hiding under tables, or like being like hiding up behind people, just being really shy. But then after that, like there were people like playing video games, or people like playing, like people pretending they were rock stars, and I was just like, I think I'm gonna go over there and do that thing. So it's like, I feel like it's changed because the people that go to public school, like, usually that day, like, they're gonna learn something, and probably the next day they're gonna totally forget it. Like, yeah, math can be important in the future, it can be really important, and like, writing can be important, but like, if you're gonna force them to do it every single day, they're gonna eventually forget it. It's easier for them to learn what they want to learn at that time and that pace, so they can learn it, so that they can remember it easier.
So do you feel like the things that you've learned here stick with you more?
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I feel like I might have not learned as much math here, or I might have not learned as much, I don't know. I might have not learned like usually just math. I might have not learned language or math, but like I still learned a lot more. Like I learned how important it is to, let's say, I learned how to read and write just because of like reading signs on the walls, or like,
because you just wanted to.
Yeah, because I just wanted to, and like, And people might think like, oh, since you can do anything you want, you play all day. That doesn't mean you learn anything. You can learn a lot of things by playing. You can learn how to be nice to people, like how to like say hi to people, how to strike up a conversation, and also how to be nice to people. How to like, you know, I mean, they might be going through hard times, but don't know that. You should be nice to them. You know, and like I feel like at public school, you don't interact and socialize with people as much because you only socialize with them at like 10 o'clock in the morning and the rest of the day you work.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like,
it's kind of funny how like one of the biggest questions with alternative education is like, well, what about socialization?
yeah.
And it's like, well, at traditional schools,
you don't even socialize at all.
Yeah.
Here you socialize all the time.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest question I think for people that are like, well, if you're going to, I don't know, if you're going to school, then what about socializing? I mean, like at public school you always socialize. I'm like, you don't socialize at all at public school. I mean, like, it's just sit at a desk and work. That's it. That's every day.
So what about interacting with kids at different ages?
That is one of the biggest things that I think has changed my life.
Really?
Yeah, because like here I've met people that are like 18 years old and 17 years old. And like the 18-year-old, and well actually 19-year-old now, is like one of my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Same with like a 17-year-old, that's one of my best friends. And same with like a 7-year-old
Mm-hmm.
is one of my best friends. And you know, I feel like you meet way more cooler people that are older than you or smaller than you than the same age as you.
Mm-hmm.